Hey, and welcome back to VFX Tutors. I'm Josh, and we're going to be continuing reviewing our model. So if you've just come across this tutorial at the moment, we currently have done these UVs. The first one's, it's kind of like at the moment, it's more walkthrough now because we're kind of doing the same thing over and over, but I'm still going to video every part. So you can go back to the first tutorial and I'll kind of cover everything that you need to know. But I'm just still kind of videoing everything. So let's, in our previous one we did that little plastic handle, so let's do the nut or the screw. Let's go UV, delete UVs. The camera fixed. And probably safe to say that we can delete that. We definitely do not need that. Probably don't need the underside, but you know what? Let's not worry about it. Cool, and before we do that, let's delete the history and do that all again. Cool, so it's pretty simple to do. Let's select this edge. No, let's not do those ones. Because that'll just still go. Let's actually cut it. Let's cut it almost a little thin bit. Okay. Just going to tuck that down over there. These are quite small bits. I'm just going to do them one at a time so I don't. Not that I'll lose them, it's just annoying when they scatter so far apart. Cool. That was and if you haven't seen this before, we will. Let's do it on the bottom edge. Oh no, we can't. Probably a bit overkill to straighten this out, but scale that there, edit, pin selection, edit, unpin, then optimize, and now we're nice and flat. So let's find a. Probably don't need that because that's at the top bit anyway. Look at that, we can just stick that there. Cool, so let's go on to our next grip. UV, delete UVs, and camera based. So unfortunately it's going to do the same thing as before. So So at least we know exactly what we're going to do. Going to cut there. Because these are kind of on the edge loops, so it definitely just takes a bit of patience. Some of those bits we don't necessarily have to worry too much about because it's just not going to be seen. And we're going to do the same as we did before, just select that edge, so that edge loop, and it should get us all the bits that we need. Just cut. See, that's all nice and straight-ish. What's going on down there? Should be alright. Let's see what Optimize does. Optimize will give us a straightening out, which is actually quite helpful. Don't do it too much, otherwise it might. So sometimes you can optimize and unwrap, and that'll help you out quite a bit. But let's unwrap all those. That's kind of the same again. Let's to be honest, these grips are probably going to be the most annoying things to UV. The rest is fairly simple, I think. Pretty much all of this is fairly simple to do. It's just you got to put that time in. It's not you could do this in like 10 minutes with an automatic UV, but it'll be terrible. And if you did that, like, the thing is, there are, let's say, like, if you're working at home and you're quite happy to just automatic UV it and be done with it and do some procedural textures, and if it's far away, it doesn't necessarily matter. If you're making an asset in like a company, say like if where I'm working now, if I did automatic UVs, they'd probably get thrown back at me because that's not useful to everyone. And that's kind of the game plan you always want to go for. Don't just be useful for yourself. You need to make sure that everything that you do can be passed on to someone else. And that's kind of the truth of it, really. And it really doesn't take that long once you've got your flow down. This is another annoying thing when you set it. Yeah, it's all tiny. Like I said, this has no this won't have any grain on it, so like excuse me, I'm gonna sneeze. Oh, goddamn allergies. God, that hurt my neck. So yeah, where I was at before, just saying, like, I know it's like not the most glamorous part of 3D, but once you've got some decent UVs down, everything just, it's nice not to ever have to worry about it because you know you've done it right. I haven't actually orientated these because they're actually all a well, I probably could. Let's just do that. Because now they're all going to point upwards, which isn't a big deal. Because what I'll do, I'll just orientate that so that's actually also upwards. Oh, made some sort of crazy face. Right. So I don't actually need to. What was the plastic bit? I hit that. Let's move that in there. Cool. Sorry, I keep sniffing because allergies have been activated. Cool. So we're getting there. It's just like one of those things that's going to take a while. But you just got to stick with it. That's where we did that bit as well. Yeah, we did. And it's all starting to look pretty nice. So let's do this bit guy next. This guy is plastic as well. Let's see what that does. Probably do not need it in two pieces, so seems good enough to me. Let's set that. I think that's pretty much everything for... Oh no, I've got obviously the trigger. I don't think there's anything else that's actually plastic on this. Or leather. Like I say, if you're just joining now and you're not sure what I'm doing, you can watch it. Everything's being sort of, the whole thing is documented, so you don't need to worry about if you've missed some bits. But like I say, a lot of this is kind of just rinse and repeat at the moment. So let's try that. That's not going to work because we haven't got here. A lot of this stuff is going to be pretty simple to do. It's just doing it basically. There's not really much else I can say. Do it apart from it's just something you've got to truck on through really. No, we're not being particularly organised with this, but there's not a huge amount of things dominating that. So we've done that. Let's do this big part because it's a little bit more, not complicated, but it's just maybe. Well, it's probably quite simple to be honest, but like I say, we're probably at kind of walkthrough stage where most of the UV sort of process has been explained, but some people like to see every bit. And it's good to show you that this stuff does not take 10 minutes. So there's a lot of moving parts here. Sorry if I'm sniffling. If it's not a bad throat, it's probably allergies. Can't win. I'm just going to cut that so I don't mess that up. What have we got here? Still one piece. think I need that. I don't think I need any of that. Because that's all just going to wrap around the top. What happens here now? Not good. Alright. So that splits up there. That should open up there, around, open up there. Ah, yes, so we'll still can. Oh, that's every time. Still connected in here. It's always these little holes that get me every time. It's like, oh, it's connected somewhere. It's the holes that we don't really probably need. But now we should saying that's nice, cool, and that looks really good. Let's set that and see how big that is. So, is there a place where we can probably trim this? Don't really want to, but I guess if needs must, we can just do it. Because we could always just probably should have done our text with density to the length of this. But I don't have any issues with kind of really doing this, to be honest. Let's bring this up to here. Just kind of tuck that in there. What have we got here? Let's just unwrap that, see what we got. Some wiggly lines. Which is not ideal. Don't know why we're wiggly. Oh yeah, because as much as I like that, I really don't want that. We can cut that. Got some dodgy stuff going on in there. Let's not that that will cause us any problems, but I am just wondering why. Let's change our Not that we'll ever see it. It's just I don't know why it's like that. I guess we messed up somewhere. That's not a big deal. Let's make sure we delete the history of that. Although we don't see these, we'll still... it might be time to... If you... Okay, so let's... It's gone a bit funky, so I am going to save this. That was the other thing with Maya. This one is who knows what's going to happen next. But every software has its quirks for sure. Let's just let that save and we'll carry on. I think maybe it's working, but let's change our panel. It's like there's a button stuck on. There we go. I don't know. Doesn't matter. It came back to life. It seems to be something stuck, but cool. So we haven't done. I was like, oh, we're done. No, we've still got that. There's a little bit under here. Let's see what that looks like if we just unfold it. Doesn't look like the worst. We don't see it, so just remember, if you don't see it, shouldn't worry too much. We actually need to cut those edges first, but it's just easier to see if we do a quick nasty unwrap. Why is that not working? Let's orient those. Set them. And then we can just tuck these in here probably. I'm being quite, I must admit, I'm not exactly utilising every tiny little space, but so just selecting everything that I've done. There was something, maybe it was this, yes. Missed that bit. And we will just wonder if that would fit in there with some reorganization. Cool. Something that's pretty decent. Oh, half an hour. Let's just power through. Let's get as much of this done. Because we actually don't have a huge amount. It's just a lot of annoying little bits. What have we got here? So I am going to take a punt at just unwrapping that, see how that looks. Generally looks pretty good. I don't think we need to go over the top with things that we don't really need to do. These are all bits on the inside that we're never going to see. And pretty much giving it more than what it probably deserves, but it's annoying that even though it was clearly closer to being horizontal, it decided to be like, hey, maybe I'll actually go vertical. Because, you know, I don't care that that's not round, because I don't think it really matters. We don't see it. Let's put that back over here. probably could be doing this a better way, to be honest. But and the good thing, once we've done this, we can still reassess how we do all our UDIMs and stuff, because we can probably jiggle it around and maybe get a bit more optimal spacing, but not particularly. We've got plenty of space for what we need. It's all looking really good. Although I do need to. The thing that I do need to keep doing is adding that to. Oh, I think I've already selected some. Add selected objects. Cool. Just so it's easier to see what we need to do. So I've got all these little bits, and these are kind of all the same. So these will be very easy to do. So that's UV, delete UVs. I don't know why I struggle to find it every time, but so I'm just going to make a little. I'm just going to. I think this guy's already done, right? Yeah. So annoyingly, a lot of these bits are kind of different. But we'll just get through it. It's one of those things where it's like, ugh, can't be bothered, but it'll be worth it. Trust that it'll be worth it. Definitely always getting confused with the sides. So I'm just gonna. So when things start to get like really small details. So all these screw things are kind of the same, so we just need to do that once. So just effectively just ignore the screws for now. It's kind of the same, but I reckon let's delete UVs. Oh my god. I don't think it's some of these things should be fairly quick to do. Just a bit confusing with how now I've got all these things selected. So let's just do this one. Yeah, it's up to you. If you really want to like UV every single one, there is nothing stopping you. I'm going to make the decision that we do not need this extra CAC. It's just don't need it. I would even go as far as saying that's pointless as well. Because we don't really see it, but it's gonna add, it's gonna keep something, you know what I mean? It's better to have something there than not. So I'm just gonna try and turbo through as many of these little bits as I can. I'm going to put these to the side here because I know we are going to do duplicates. You know, we could duplicate that, but because we just did that on the last one, not particularly bothered. And that's kind of going to be a battle between how do you just want to do it, basically. Probably get rid of that. Hindsight, the hole's probably a bit extreme, but we've done it now, so set these because I know they're just going to scatter everywhere. And we can even like you don't necessarily have to have this textile density set. You could probably have it a little bit higher if you want on some bits, if you really want detail on that, but I think that's probably massively unnecessary. Leaving that space clear because maybe I'm undecided whether if it's even worth the hassle of deleting and replacing them. I think that's probably fine. Just because I'm being kind to it. It hurts me to see it like that. I'm hoping that some of these bits we don't really see anyway. I'm not even sure what that bit is, but the only reason I'm doing that bit there as well is because it gives me options just in case we do see something. Whereas on the inside, you'll never see it. Just means it's easier for us to throw some sort of anisotropic sort of edging on there as well, without messing around with stuff too much. Luckily, we'll just organize this. Oh. You can see where we've kind of on some of these parts we kind of just weren't too concerned about the geometry because they're kind of just filler bits. Cool. And I think just for now, let's do this last one, these last two, and I think we should be good for this one. We can carry it on in the next one with a bit more duplicating stuff. Done the main sort of chunk of it, so Cool, and we'll just do this one now for our last one. For now. Let's not do that because we actually got it. Yeah, I think that should be alright. We don't want to overthink it. It's a screw. We're already pushing the boundaries of how much detail we really should go into the UVing process of this. But that being said, let's just see what it looks like. Yeah, it's a bit stretched in some places, but I think it's going to be so small. I don't think it's going to matter. Let's just cut this. Then I think most of the other stuff is just going to be... it's annoying that that one didn't go flat. So that's one time for good luck. Let's just scale that. It's quite a big curve, so let's scale it that way as well. Let's edit, unpin, optimize it, and set. Let's do that one more time, just because we had to scale it in the other axis. We kind of want it to not be so stretched, and sometimes it will just go back to its original state if you're not careful. Cool, we've done this cluster here, so I think this is from most of it's going to be duplicated bits apart from that bit, but we'll pick those bits up in the next one. So yeah, if you've enjoyed this tutorial, I know it's been long and probably quite boring, but we're getting there, and this is probably, it's just one of the steps you have to do. So don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. It really does help. Makes you smile, and it's nice to know that you're actually watching these videos. So yeah, see you in the next ones, and thanks for watching.